Hi, my name is Cole, or Soup, whichever you prefer. Now, last month I had the dumbest random thought. I thought to myself, I should buy every single American Sega Saturn game, despite the fact that A, I'm poor, and I wasn't even around when the Sega Saturn was still being produced, and B, I didn't even own one either when I was a kid. I owned an N64. Yeah, I don't know why I got morbidly fascinated with the damn thing. I think it's the ADHD hyperfixation talking. Regardless, I now have a Sega Saturn and 14 games. And I plan on talking in depth about every single fucking one. Now I know that's going to be boring as shit because some of these games are the same thing. Like, I have like a spreadsheet of all the games I need to collect. Do you know how many fucking baseball games there are? There are so many fucking baseball games. I don't know why there's so many baseball games on the fucking Sega Saturn. Anyways, so this video is just a quick breakdown of what the Sega Saturn is and when it came out. Because for some reason, I talked about this at work with my coworkers, they don't know what a Sega Saturn is. And then I realized, I'm just a nerd. Okay, so let me give you a quick breakdown on what the Sega Saturn is and when it came out. The Sega Saturn came out in 1994 in Japan and 1995 in America and Europe. It came out in the 5th generation of consoles and directly competed with the original PlayStation and the N64. And it sold worse than both. Yeah, the Sega Saturn was a flop by all accounts. At least in the US. Japan was carrying this system, seeing as it got... Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it was probably, because their ads were absolutely amazing. If the US got these ads, I bet you the Sega Saturn would have sold more. Goddamn, it is still so fucking good. The PlayStation was just a juggernaut. I still don't know how the PlayStation did better than the N64 and the Sega Saturn, but it did. And here we are. And now everyone wants a PlayStation 5. Blasted through all the competition like a goddamn nuke. Like a fucking nuke, dude. It was ruthless. And then the N64 hit, which was graphically more capable than both of them. It had 64 bits. The Sega Saturn and the PlayStation 1 had 32. 32. I can't speak. I wrote a script. I still can't speak. And the only problem is, one of the big problems with the Sega Saturn, according to Wikipedia, let's get that straight, okay? It was because the developers had a very hard time actually harnessing its capabilities, which is probably why the PlayStation got more fucking games. I'm no tech man, so I won't get into this. It's a quick video. It's going over the basic info, because not everybody knows about this damn thing. Apparently, my fucking 17-year-old coworkers don't know what this fucking thing is, and I feel like a fucking dork for talking about it. Just because it failed, though, doesn't mean I don't love this goddamn thing. Because I do. It's my little guy. It sucks, but it's my little dude. So I'm not gonna say anything about it. Now, the Sega Saturn used CDs just like the PlayStation did, and it can also play music CDs. I didn't know that when I booted this thing up, So, I was really confused why there was fucking, play options in the menu and on the controller. It was very confusing. Sapphire, why are you interrupting? Oh, it's because he's harassing you. Okay, one sec. Sir, why do you have to be a goober while I'm filming? You gotta leave her alone. She doesn't like you. Anyways, intrusion. Here's an Alfie cameo. Okay, back to what we were talking about. Sorry. Honestly, it was really cool booting the thing up, because it had play options in the main menu. But another thing that was super fucking cool about it was that it had a fucking menu. Again, I had an N64 growing up. N64 doesn't have a menu. You don't know how fucking cool it was to load up this thing that came out a few years before the N64. And it had a fucking menu. The N64 could never. I'm just saying. Though, what pisses me off is that I have to set the clock every time I boot it up. I don't know if that's a problem with my memory card or if my Sega Saturn's just stupid. I don't fucking know. Also, I don't care. I usually just skip the prompts. Also, putting on a game. Holy shit. Now this one's being a brat in sequence. Okay, Slinky. This one's Slinky. He's a brat. Please leave me alone. I'm trying to film, but I want you guys to have fun. Okay, back to what I was doing. Putting in a game. Holy shit, it sounds old. And all the millennials just collapsed. I'm sorry, guys, I couldn't help myself. I grew up with an old radio from the 90s. Mine didn't sound like that. One thing about the Sega Saturn that I really hate is that it's truly a console that benefits from playing on a CRT TV. A lot of retro games look a lot nicer in one of those giant-ass fucking box TVs. But, like, I never found it a problem. Except with the Sega Saturn. Yeah. I've played the N64 on my sister's smart TV. Because that's the TV we have in this room. It's my sister's. Listen, I didn't buy that. My sister didn't buy that. But I played the N64 on that thing. It looks fine. I like it. I play the Sega Saturn on that thing. It looks shitty as fuck. I don't know if it's the HDMI converter or if I'm just fucking nuts, but this does not look good. Cutscenes look blurry and nasty, and looking up videos of these games... Yeah, I think it might be my HDMI converter, because I probably need a different one. These actually look better when I'm, like, on my computer. Like, with my capture card. So maybe it's just that it doesn't work on the TV. I don't know. It works, but it looks way better on my computer. So, yeah. The Sega Saturn came with this controller, and this is, it looks the exact same as a Sega Genesis controller, except it's, flatter. There's 6 face buttons, 2 shoulder buttons, and that weird-ass fucking Sega directional pad. It's got these little moldings on the buttons for listening to CDs, which is kind of cute, I won't lie. This thing is awkward. The shoulder buttons click like a mouse key, and the directional pad is smaller than the Genesis controller. It's also a lot thinner than the Genesis controller, and I don't know why it's thinner than the Genesis controller, because I like how chunky that thing is. Hey. Do you have to? Right now? No. Alfie. The directional pad is smaller than the Genesis controller. It's weird. And 6 buttons feels like overkill. And I understand why there's 6, because it's for fighting games, which also, the Sega Saturn has a lot of fucking fighting games. I have 2 of them. There's a shit ton of fighting games on this fucking thing, which I didn't consider when I bought the damn thing. Because I'm really bad at fighting games. So, maybe I'm just too used to, normal controllers. Or I should say, modern controllers. I have my PS4 controllers. I'm used to those. I was an Xbox 360 kid. So maybe that did me in to begin with, because the Xbox 360 has objectively the best controller. Wait a minute, no. I played the N64 as a kid. Never mind, I take it back. Also, the start button is soft and squishy, which is adorable, and I love it. I think the shoulder buttons are the worst offenders for me. I keep expecting them to actually click down like normal shoulder buttons do, but they don't. I don't know if you guys can hear it at all, but I can hear it, and oh my lordy! I keep expecting these to click down like normal shoulder buttons, but they don't. And they sound like a computer mouse. You can't fucking fool me, Sega. I know this is a mouse key. I absolutely know it. It sounds the exact same as my mouse, and it's annoying. Why would you do this to me? Personally, I would much prefer having the 3D control pad. I don't own one, because I'm not willing to sell my soul for one. They're $70 fucking dollars. Hell no. But this would be lovely when playing Nights into Dreams. Which there's actually a bundle of Nights into Dreams with a 3D control pad. That's actually amazing. Okay, thank you. Well, now these controllers don't exactly look too terribly good either, but, I'll take what I can get, honestly. It kind of looks like a Dreamcast controller. No, you can't win. You can't win! But that's enough talking about the console and all the stupid fucking shit around the console. And now, we have to talk about the games. Simply wouldn't do it justice to just talk about the console itself. Fortunately, despite Sega being known as, the Sonic guys, there is no mainline Sonic game on the Sega Saturn. Which I think is what did them in. I'm not gonna lie, I think that's what did them in. We have 3 total Sonic games. 3. A total of 3. Only 3. Guys, you guys are killing me. Jesus Christ. There is Sonic R, which is a racing game spin-off, which gave the birth to, it was the birth of this creepypasta icon. We love it. We love that. There's Sonic 3D Blast, which also released on the Genesis, so, what's the fucking point? And then there's Sonic Jam, which is just a re-release of the original 3 mainline Sonic games. Yeah, so, that was kind of a problem. I respect Sega, that they wanted to take a step back from Sonic and branch out. But also from a marketing perspective, that was a terrible idea. If this strategy actually, bore fruit, I feel like Sega wouldn't be so scared as to tapping into their other franchises. They might actually bring back Nights into Dreams, for God's sake, or Panzer Dragoon, but, no, they don't do that, and that's because the Sega Saturn sold ass. Except in Japan, apparently, because Japan, again, look at that. That's a lot of fucking games. Sega honey. We need to talk. Sonic, you don't need to hold Sonic's hand anymore. He's okay. You can release other games. It's okay. Sonic will still be fine. There's still a lot of diehard Sonic fans. In fact, we want you to loosen the reins a little bit and branch out, learn, make new things except for Sonic. Case in the point, I've talked about it multiple times in this video. Nights into Dreams. You see, Sonic Team didn't want to just make Sonic games, despite the fact that that's in their fucking name and that's their goddamn logo. So they made this bad boy. I'm not going to go into detail about it because I plan on making a full video about this game, but it absolutely deserves more hype. It's confusing as fuck, but I absolutely love it. See, Sega Saturn games don't normally see re-releases too terribly much, except for Nights into Dreams, which is included on the Sega Dreamcast collection. I think Sega got dementia when they released this, but, oh well, it's still on modern platforms. You can play it on modern consoles. You can play it on PC. So I'm not gonna complain. Like, I think that's fantastic. Hell yes. If you can't get the chance, pick it up, try it out. It's a really unique experience. Also, the main character is non-binary, so. Let's go! The trans win again! We always win. Okay, that's not true. I take that back. We actually lose a lot. A lot. And there's another Sega Saturn series that gets a lot of love and is remembered fondly today, which is Panzer Dragoon. I don't own any of the games. I don't know anything about the games, and they're goddamn expensive. So that's all I'm going to say. And they're in Smash Bros. So that means they're valid, I guess. Fun fact, though, Tomb Raider actually debuted on the Sega Saturn first. Yeah, that famous PlayStation game. It's another win to Sega Saturn against what? 102 million losses. You know, it's not that bad. Not that bad. Now, I can't talk too much more on the games on the system, seeing as how, well, one, I don't have too many of the games to talk about, and also, again, I plan on talking in depth about all of them. So that would defeat the point of later videos that I plan on actually making. So let's talk about the objective worst thing about the Sega Saturn. The fucking cases. These cases are the most fragile thing in the world. It's built like a CD case, like a normal CD case, but it's long and fat, and they'll break if you sit on it. Thing is, most CD cases are fine, considering they're more compact, which doesn't translate to this format of case. Most of my Sega Saturn games have cracks on the case, the front cover is falling off. Hell, this one don't even got a case, and I don't blame them. Cases probably got smashed. Though I do blame them for giving me the worst quality printout of the box art. Seriously, why'd you even bother if you can't fucking read it? Not to mention, these things look so fucking dirty. Like, it's clear plastic, so a lot of my games kind of look like they got rubbed in dirt. It's hard to fucking get a replacement for these damn things because the back of the box and the spine both have their own unique fucking art on it. Thus, oh my god, how am I supposed to fucking replace these? Probably commission someone on Etsy or whatever, but, like, that's, like, a fucking hassle just to replace the damn thing. Like, with any other fucking video game. Like, pull out, like, I don't know, what, a Wii game, let's say. All you need is a white DVD case and just a copy of the art. And that's it. You don't have to do anything else. Just print out the art, just print out the box cover, slip it in to a blank white DVD case, and boom, bada bing, bada boom. It's fine. It was the 90s, and they didn't exactly use DVD cases much, and that's because, well, DVDs weren't used all that much yet. People were still using VHS tapes. We were still using VHS tapes till like 2005, but you know. That Sega kind of realized that these sucked, but they didn't want to back out, so they kind of just stuck foam in here and called it good. Maybe just make a case that doesn't fall apart when gravity touches it. I mean, look at this one case I have. Look at this one. Look at this one. Somebody sealed it up with Scotch tape. I don't blame them. Again, these things crack when you turn your back on them. Like, I bet you, like, this is the best thing you can do, honestly. These manuals, though, I fucking love these manuals. I love that the cover art is also the manual. Makes it feel like it's so much harder to lose the manual this way. And, as people, and a lot of people, insane people, like to throw the manuals away. Those people are monsters. This one for, Frank Thomas's Big Hurt Baseball is my favorite game, specifically when it comes to manuals, because look at it, it's so fucking thick. This is a baseball game. Why does the manual need to be a fucking encyclopedia? I don't know, I think it's neat. Now, my copy of Knights, it doesn't have a fucking manual. My copy of Nights into Dreams is the not for resale copy that came with Sega Saturn bundles. Thus, they didn't bother to give me a manual. Which kind of stinks, because when I booted up this game, I didn't know what was going on. I don't know what is happening in it. There is no fucking tutorial, so I don't know what's fucking happening. I was very confused, and I couldn't even look in the manual to look what was going on. And this is why people really want retro games to come with manuals, because they decide to write all the info on the manuals instead of in the fucking game. Like, I understand if it's an NES game. The Sega Saturn, like, that's inexcusable. Bro, fucking, you can have a tutorial in your 3D fucking game. You can have a tutorial. That's the downside of collecting retro games. Good thing we have the Fandom Wiki, where fellow neurodivergents can geek out and tell me all about their interests. Thank you. I appreciate your very niche interest very, very much. Thank you so much. And, well, that's the Sega Saturn. I'll go into more detail as I learn more aspects and as I play more of the games, but I think that'll do for now. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. It literally took me 2 years. 2 years to actually make a video. So this is a big achievement for me. So, like, even if this video gets, like, fucking ass cheeks reviews, like, I'm still proud of making it. Like, the fact that I actually sat down and filmed it, and the fact that I actually did something, it's kind of, it is actually really exciting for me to actually have been able to fucking do this, because I've been planning on doing this for years. I've been planning on making videos for years, and I haven't done it. So, this is really, really exciting for me. Anyways, hey, check out my TikTok. A lot of you are probably here from my TikTok. So I make videos on there sometimes when I'm bored. or when I'm angry and I want to rant about something. It's a fun time. I swear to God it's fun. I swear it's fun. I swear it's fun. I swear. Anyways, bye. Goodbye.